want to share a moment with you. To you, it might seem like an everyday task or an everyday activity, but to me, this was really life-changing. It was a wake-up call. This was a eureka moment that made me realize that I am not living my life the way that I should. And I hope that this video will do the same for you. I was at Redondo Beach last year. I can't even believe that it's last year already. It seems like yesterday. On this particular day, it was a weekend. I was walking around Redondo Beach, enjoying the breeze, the sunny weather, walking around the pier, enjoying looking at the surfers. Everything was going well. And I know you've been there, right? Just being at the beach makes you feel alive, makes you feel that you are lucky and that you won a lottery to be there on that particular day. Anytime I go there, I feel the same way. I feel so grateful and so happy to be there. And this day, there was no exception. But as I was walking, enjoying the day, enjoying the warmth of the sun on my skin, I stumbled upon something that really changed my perspective. It was all about chasing bubbles. If you've been at the pier, I'm sure you've seen this guy who sits on a wheelchair and he's always consistently blowing bubbles for people to enjoy, old and young alike. And the amount of smiles and the amount of joy on people's faces is insane. I think it's a very smart way to spend time if you are retired or, if you just want to spread joy. I think I looked this guy up. I haven't really found a lot of articles about him, but someone did put a video that I saw once. I think they call him Bubble John. Bubble John, wherever you are, thank you for what you're doing. The Bubble Johns of the world, thank you so much. So I saw this little boy about 2 to 3 years old. He was absolutely mesmerized by the bubbles that Bubble John was blowing. The boy had this sparkle in his eyes. It was just pure awe. Let's call the boy
1 hour later.
I don't know. I just figured Bob is an easier name to remember. Bob will gaze at a bubble, giggle, then charge after it with his tiny little arm stretched out trying to grab the bubble. He tried so hard to catch a bubble, but every time he got close, the bubble just floated higher, drifting beyond his reach. He never managed to pop one. I was rooting for you, Bob.
I was rooting for you! We were all rooting for you! How dare you!
After standing there for a few minutes, there was this pattern that had formed. Every time Bob chased after a bubble, it would be a little too late, just an inch too high from his reach. But still, Bob refused to give up. He kept constantly leaping at the next bubble. Now, a few things struck me. First one was Bubble John. Bubble John was not paying attention to this kid at all. He was not paying attention to Bob. He was in his own world, smiling, blowing bubble after bubble, bigger, better, consistently just doing what he does. He never looked back to see who was enjoying the bubble. He just kept doing his thing. In this moment, to me, he was like life itself. Life is always moving forward, creating something new, offering fresh opportunities and possibilities to everyone alike. Meanwhile, our little boy, Bob, he would latch onto the same bubble that he had set his eyes on. He would lock eyes in it and chase it wholeheartedly until it was way out of his reach. And right when he realized that he had missed it, he would look back, he would focus on the next bubble, and off he would go, trying to grab that one bubble. Bob's focus was very admirable because he was very locked in. He was so fixed on the one that he was missing or the one that he missed that he even forgot to look around, to gaze around. Next on his shoulders, there were new ones popping up. Even right in front of him, there was still better, bigger bubbles popping right in front of him, way within reach, but he couldn't see any of that. There was something really heartbreaking to it. Not because Bob could not catch the bubbles. It was more the disappointment on his face. And on mine. I'm just kidding. The way he would stare at that bubble that was way beyond his reach was really devastating. You could imagine what the little boy was thinking in his mind. He was probably like,
I was trying to get to you. You were my opportunity. I don't know.
I don't know what babies think or what kids think, but this is just me trying to, again, just think. I feel like if we were adults, we would be wondering why this door closed or why we don't have an opportunity open anymore and why we were so close to reaching our goals, and we would still focus on that and just reminisce why we were unlucky. Why we're not like the other people who are getting opportunities. In this moment, I looked inward and I realized that I was this little boy. I was Bob. Every time a door would close, I would look at it and I would just stare at it, forgetting that there are so many doors popping up around me. Or if something was worrying me, I would forget that I was happier an hour ago. I would forget that I had a great day. I would just be locked in on that one thing that I lost. And this was not the right way to live. Every day we get blessed with beautiful days, sunshine, the breath, the gift of life itself. It's beautiful. We need to appreciate it. But when things go wrong slightly in the morning or when someone pisses us off, we just forget that there is so much beauty, there is so much going on around us, there is so much we can do. I know you never got that job that you really wanted, or I know you never got the girl that you really wanted to be with, or heck, a career. We have so many things that we want to get or want to achieve in life. We focus on them so much that we even forget the journey. How often do we do the same exact thing in our own lives? Anyway, before I knew it, after about 15 minutes, Bob's dad and mom came, took his hand and led him away. But even as they walked off, Bob was still mesmerized at the bubbles, and he kept looking back to see Bubble John producing more and more bubbles. He looked like he was still fixated on what he couldn't catch. And in that moment, I learned another lesson. We can't catch every bubble. We just can't. But does that mean that we should stop reaching? No, we should not. In fact, how do we know that we cannot reach the goal if we don't try? Truth be told, life will keep creating more opportunities, more chances, more bubble. The question is, are we noticing them? The very job that you thought was going to be your retiring job position, you applied and you never got it. You need to let it go. You need to release that bubble. The person who you thought was the one, you spent enough time, resources, energy, only to watch it all float away. And at the end of the relationship, you looked back and you thought, wow, I cannot get past this. You keep wondering what you did wrong, why it was your fault. You keep replaying moments in your head. You become so consumed with the last connection that was lost that you even fail to realize that you have people around you who are so much better trying to reach your attention. You're missing out on wonderful friendships around you, wonderful jobs, simply because you cannot stop thinking about the door that was shut. There are all shimmering bubbles around you. Please do not turn your head the other way and fail to notice these experiences. Don't fail to notice opportunities. Don't fail to notice friendships. Don't fail to notice potential relationships. And when you think about Bob, the little kid, always remember that if one door closes, another one will open, because life will keep blowing bubbles towards you and around you, like Bubble John. I find myself using the boy with the bubble situation to ease anxiety. When I am worried about something, I'm worried about an opportunity going wrong or a business not succeeding, whatever it is, I think of Bubble John, because life will keep blowing more bubbles, and if something goes wrong and that worst case scenario happens, I'm going to get another opportunities. And I find a lot of comfort, a lot of relief in knowing that. Every time a door closes, don't just say, oh, it closed, whatever. No, learn from it. What went wrong? What can I do next time? How can I get better to get the job that I really wanted, or to get even a better opportunity? The moment you allow yourself to notice new opportunities and new bubbles, the moment life will happen for you. Thank you so much for sharing this moment with me. I hope you keep it with you wherever you go, and always remember Bubble John. Remember that what you've missed, no matter what has drifted out of your reach, there's always something new that's being created. Keep looking forward, keep going towards it, keep working hard, you will achieve it. If you want to learn about principles, laws, life experiences that can shape you and help you grow, subscribe to this channel. And let's keep climbing that mountain of growth. See you next time.